Today we've got a headline that's turning heads and raising more questions than answers. Hell's Angels versus Palestinian protesters. Now, you might be thinking, what in the world connects a notorious motorcycle club with a protest movement? And why are the feds involved? We're about to unravel a saga that involves threats, motorcycle clubs, and a clash of worlds you'd never expect. So, buckle up, because we're about to delve into the enigmatic world of Hell's Angels versus Palestinian protesters. Let's roll. Meet Kevin Brent Buchanan, the Utah man at the center of the storm. Accused of making violent threats, Buchanan's story is nothing short of perplexing. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill threats. They come in the form of chilling voicemails, adding a sinister tone to the situation. The seriousness of the allegations cannot be overstated. In a November 1st voicemail, Buchanan boldly declared, "Guess what, mothers? The Hell's Angels have silently declared war on you." These words, accompanied by disturbing threats, suggest a level of hostility that goes beyond mere disagreement. Now, people in the community are trying to figure out what's going on with Buchanan. Why is he making these threats? And why did he bring up the Hell's Angels motorcycle club? It's making everyone worried that there might be big consequences beyond just a personal problem. As the legal system gets involved, everyone is wondering about Buchanan's background and what might have made him act this way. Now, here's where things get even more intriguing. While Buchanan claims an association with the infamous Hell's Angels motorcycle club, the waters become murky. Scrutiny surrounds his purported affiliation. It's essential to question whether Buchanan is genuinely linked to the motorcycle club, or if he's leveraging its notorious reputation for his own ends. The Hell's Angels are known for their tight-knit brotherhood and a certain code of conduct. The idea that they'd openly declare war on a group seems far-fetched. This raises eyebrows and begs the question, is Buchanan genuinely acting on behalf of the Hell's Angels, or is he an individual seeking to instill fear by associating himself with a notorious name? Now, let's widen our perspective and explore the broader context surrounding the surge in threats against both Palestinians and Jews, particularly in the aftermath of the Israel-Hamas war. The Israel-Hamas conflict has historically been a deeply rooted and sensitive issue, evoking strong emotions and tensions. The recent escalation of hostilities has unfortunately given rise to an increase in threats targeting both Palestinian and Jewish communities. This surge in threats signifies a distressing trend where geopolitical conflicts spill over into the lives of innocent civilians, exacerbating an already volatile situation. Now, underscore the gravity of these threats, let's turn to Abed Ab, the attorney who reported Buchanan's alleged threats. Ab plays a crucial role in shedding light on the severity of the situation. His involvement indicates that the threats were deemed significant enough to warrant legal attention. As Ab advocates for those affected, his perspective adds weight to the understanding that these threats were not mere expressions of frustration, but actions with tangible consequences. Now, as we progress through this intricate narrative, let's shine a spotlight on the involvement of law enforcement and the potential legal consequences that may unfold in the wake of Kevin Brent Buchanan's alleged threats. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has taken a central role in responding to the reported threats. Given the gravity of the situation, it's crucial to dissect the actions taken by the FBI to address and mitigate the potential harm posed by Buchanan's menacing voicemails. The federal involvement adds a layer of complexity to this already perplexing story, as it raises questions about the extent of Buchanan's actions and their potential impact on national security. Furthermore, let's explore the legal consequences Buchanan may face if found guilty of the interstate transmission of threats. This federal charge carries substantial weight, with potential implications for Buchanan's freedom. If convicted, he could face up to 5 years in federal prison, emphasizing the severity with which the legal system views threats of this nature. This not only places Buchanan in a precarious legal position, but also underscores the significance of addressing such threats to maintain the safety and security of communities. To provide additional context, let's turn to Seamus Hughes, a recognized expert in domestic terrorism and a research faculty member at the University of Nebraska. Hughes sheds light on the recent trend of communicating a threat charges, emphasizing its unprecedented nature. In the past month alone, the Department of Justice has brought forward more than 24 criminal cases related to communicating threats, showcasing a concerning uptick in such incidents. Hughes's insights bring a broader perspective, indicating that this trend goes beyond individual cases, signaling a societal shift that law enforcement is actively addressing. The significance of these charges, as highlighted by Hughes, lies in their ability to address a range of ideological motivations. The charges encompass cases from far-right ideologies to single-issue concerns, emphasizing the diverse nature of threats being dealt with by law enforcement. In a society where individuals from all corners of the country readily resort to threats via phone calls, tweets, or other means, the ease with which people express harm towards others they may not even know is a disturbing reality. The legal response to this trend becomes crucial, marking a collective effort to curb the rise of threats that can incite fear and instability. As we navigate through the legal dimensions of this story, it becomes apparent that the consequences for Buchanan extend beyond the immediate legal ramifications. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the broader implications, considering Buchanan's mental state and the potential impact of constant exposure to news. Buchanan's actions, as outlined in the reported threats, paint a picture of an individual deeply affected by the current socio-political climate. The content of his voicemails reflects not only anger, but a level of frustration that seems to be fueled by external factors. This raises questions about the toll that constant exposure to news, particularly news related to conflict and geopolitical tensions, can have on an individual's mental well-being. In today's interconnected world, where news is readily available at our fingertips, the constant stream of information can become overwhelming. Individuals may find themselves immersed in a cycle of negative news, leading to heightened stress, anxiety, and, in extreme cases, distorted perceptions of reality. As we reflect on Buchanan's mental state, it becomes apparent that the challenges of navigating a complex and often troubling news landscape are not unique to him. Many individuals may grapple with similar feelings of frustration and despair, particularly when faced with divisive events such as the Israel-Hamas war. This prompts us to consider the importance of fostering a healthy relationship with news consumption and finding a balance between staying informed and preserving mental well-being. In our journey through the unexpected clash between Hells Angels and Palestinian protesters, we've uncovered layers of alleged threats, questioned the use of the Hells Angels name, and explored broader tensions post-Israel-Hamas war. Kevin Brent Buchanan's story reveals individuals grappling with significant issues. Let's use this to build a community of understanding and thoughtful discourse, fostering a more empathetic and informed society. But our exploration doesn't end here. The interconnected dynamics at play in such stories continue to unfold, and we invite you to stay curious with us. Share your thoughts in the comments. How has constant exposure to news influenced your perceptions and emotions? Let's engage in a constructive discussion about the challenges we collectively face in today's information-rich environment. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share it with fellow truth seekers. Your support keeps our community thriving, and we'll continue bringing you deep dives into the most captivating stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and thank you for being a part of our journey.